G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. This is a very special casted game because we have spawning on the west side of the map in the color green, playing as the Malians. It is Diablo. I think that's how you pronounce the name. Okay. All right. We've got. I get. Oh, does he have the double banger? Oh, he might have the double banger. Oh no, I think it's a little bit too far away. Okay, I got excited for him there for a second. You can get a double banger gold mine, but it looks like it might be a bit too far. Yeah, unfortunate for him. The game I played against the Muslim, he actually got a double banger. It's rare that you get this. But anyway, he's got the Malians, and it looks like he's going to be opening up with a pretty standard opening here. Interestingly, goes for the mining camp before he goes for the pit mine. But we'll check in with him shortly. That is Diablo. Over on the other side of the map, playing in the color yellow as the Rus. Ladies and gentlemen, on the pup, a highly illegal game here. We've got the Viper, the one, the only. Yes, it is. Well, I've already said his name, so I kind of stuffed it up. I mean, what do I do at this point? Do I say his name again? Do I just move on? I feel like I got to do him justice, right? Like, all right, okay. Hold on. Okay, the curtains are closed. Ladies and gentlemen, spawning in the south of the map, in the color yellow, playing as the Rus, it is the one, the only, the Viper. Yes, he is here, and we are witnessing this game now. I said earlier, highly illegal game. Why is this highly illegal? Well, if you've seen the earlier games of the Viper, you'll be familiar with our series that we've got. These are illegal Viper games, the contraband of the pup. That is right. The pup has closed down. I got an email yesterday, about 22 hours ago. It said, "Hey, Jungo, the pup has closed down. That's it. It's all over, folks." Except it wasn't all over because I never closed my game down. So checkmate, atheists. We never closed our game down, and so we have just been exploring players on the pup. We made it all the way down the ladder and eventually found Viper sitting at about rank 110, 120, something like that. I didn't even know he was playing on the pup. And, well, we decided it was time to check out some of his games, see how he's progressing. And it looks like he's picked up the Rus here. Many players consider this civilization to be the best civilization at the moment on the current maps, but I would just say in general as well. I think the Rus is by far the best civilization at the moment, and that has only been enhanced in the most recent patch. And one of the big changes that happened in the most recent patch was the change to wolves. So you might be wondering what that change was. Well, let me just explain a little bit how it works. You guys know the boar? You know how when you attack the boar, how he gets real angry and he chases you? And then eventually he'll come out to here, and then he'll just be like, you know what? I didn't want it anyway. And he just returns back to his starting position. Wolves now do that. You can't lure them away. You used to be able to lure wolves to the ends of the earth. You used to be able to take them from point A to point B, sit them in a nice little car, do up their helmet. But unfortunately, these days, you cannot put a helmet on a wolf. So these little wolves up here towards the north, you can see that they're kind of just chilling out at the moment. You can't lure these away. And this makes it really good for the Rus because they have more scouts than everybody else. So if we take a look at Diablo, he only opened up with one scout, which means that he can't, so if he came up here, he can't pick up this wolf and then pick this wolf up and then come into his town center and then kill the wolves with the town center. No, he can't do that. Instead, he's got to be out here killing the wolves, taking precious time away from himself. And it means that he's not killing deer, it means that he's not finding sheep, it means that he's not exploring the map. And it's really, really bad for civs that aren't the Rus. But for the Rus, one scout, two scouts, three scouts, as many scouts as you'd like to make. So this is a really good change for the Rus. And to be honest, it really cements them as S tier. And you can see that this is now being really reflected in the bounty that we see here. Because not only does Diablo look to go for that single scout opening, but he is also affected very adversely by this. So 435 bounty for the Viper. That's 450. That's 470. He needs another 30 bounty, and he's going to crack 500. And this is Lipany. This ain't high view. This is Lipany. Standard wolves, standard sheep, standard deer, standard boar. Everything's standard. And he's hitting 435 or 470. Watch out, kids. Rus. They're getting good. Let's just put it that way. Look, more sheep coming in now. How many sheep are we talking total? He's got 5 here. So 5 and then an additional 4 down here. So it's 9 in total. So that's 45. So yeah, he's looking at 480 bounty. Whew. All right. Well, we tune in now to Diablo and see how he's doing. Pit mine is up. Age up coming through. It's going to be the Malians quarry. No real surprises there. 5 villages. Slowly but steadily adding them in. We just see the mill has been constructed quite early here for Diablo. Curious what direction he looks to go and whether we're going to be seeing that second town center thrown down. Over on the other side of the map, Viper He's added in his wooden fortress, but also we do see him beginning to trade, and it's going to be the second town center. We can see him down towards the south side. Look at this. Moving out, he's found a great little spot. Let's see if he's able to lure the boar over. There we go. Beginning to move the boar over. Diablo, we're going to ride on board with him just so we don't hear that. Never mind. We did hear that anyway. He must be attacked up towards the north. He's found himself a wolf. There was a wolf out here. If Viper had found that, he'd be almost guaranteed 500. But you know what else is guaranteed 500? That boar. 510, baby. So Viper going to be able to... Did that go up? I think it did, right? Yeah, 510. He must have cracked 510. He's going to have all the sheep under the TC. Yeah, 510. So a lot of gold in the bank right now. Second TC going to get thrown down for him as well. A little bit far away from that ball, but I don't think he's got any real choice about it. So he'll be happy to rally them back towards that ball. That'll be fine. It won't be an issue. You can have a bit of distance there with that, but he's still working down the houses. So a lot of flexibility in the early game here with these scouts. Siege, scout, kill, Gaia. And the Donzo now comes out, making a little bit of a mistake here, Diablo does, by throwing that spear with the Donzo. Ideally, what you want to do is walk right up to the scouts and then start attacking them in melee. You're going to do a lot more damage that way. Second Donzo, third Donzo, fourth Donzo in queue. This man loves Donzos, it seems. His name's Diablo, but they might as well call him Donzo because that is a lot of Donzos. 6 minute 20 town center coming up for the Viper. Looks like he's going to be adding in lumber upgrades as well. We do see double broadaxe, the first upgrade coming through. Now, we do have the wheelbarrow already through for the Viper. Of course, 500 bounty gives him plenty of gold to play with here. So we could be potentially looking at a feudal age play as one of his options. The other option, of course, is just going straight into fast castle. And with the Rus, you know, all possibilities are open to you. That's one of the great things about this civilization, because your main focus is food as well as wood. Now, we see Viper moving out onto the gold. This indicates to me it's going to be a very good play, or a very quick play at Castle Age. So probably thinking about a 9 minute 30 Castle Age. He is scouting out on the map, looking towards what his opponent is doing. Does see the first cow now coming out into the cattle ranch. Archery range, as well as a barracks up. He also spots a blacksmith. So this should give him, this should tell Viper all he needs to know. Hey, Viper, don't bother going to Castle Age. Stick around in the feudal age if you want to live. If you want to live, stay in the feudal age. That's pretty much it. But we'll check in on Diablo and see how he's doing. First pit mine is almost, I say almost complete. I mean, it's complete. He's slowly getting back up to that 90 threshold. He did lose some houses. Hasn't added in the second pit mine just yet. Now, I would be fearful about adding in the second pit mine here. Actually, no, you'd be fine. You can still fit in everything. And don't you love the little art, well, not the artwork, but the little extra bits that come around the houses for the Malians? Like, we've got wells, and then you've got, like, some tan, I don't know, it's not tanning, is it? What is this? Like, I guess just some patchwork. It's the little things, though. It looks really beautiful. Like, all of these little things here as well. Wonderful stuff. Scouts now for the Viper, going to be chasing away the scout of his opponent. Diablo looking to pick up some upgrades. Wheelbarrow, as well as siege engineering coming through. With Wheelbarrow coming through, we can pretty much rule out that this character, this player, Diablo, is not Vortex or Lucifron, because they've gone for a Wheelbarrow before the 40th minute. We'll check in now with the Viper, see how he's doing, as it's going to be Knights coming out for him, and he does look like he's still heading towards that Castle Age. Instead, just trying to draw his enemy back towards his own base. Look at this. Very, very smart from the Viper. So one of the things you got to remember, if your enemy is in their own base or incentivized to stay in their own base, you're free. You're free to do what you want to do. You're free to live. Second town center now coming down. Not a smart position for the town center. Why is it not a smart position for the town center? Pit mine's going to go here. Need to put down houses to increase that pit mine gather rate. Not going to be able to do it. Now, of course, you can always go for this one, but then what happens when you want to go for a third pit mine? What happens when you want to go for a fourth pit mine? Makes it a little bit harder for you to secure that. So you've got a guaranteed gold vein here with guaranteed income. So just put that town center a little bit further away. All right, well, Viper, slowly but steadily distracting his enemy. The age up now coming through. It's going to be what you would expect it to be. The Abbey of the Trinity. Now, one of the things to note, and I would expect that we're going to see this trend over time increase. I would be suspecting that players of the Rus variety are going to be going for this landmark less, and instead going to be going for the great, or for the high trade house more. Now, why? Why, you might ask, why? Well, let's say that Viper captures all 5 relics. Okay? How much gold is he getting? He's getting 400 gold a minute. Now, what's a good high trade house? Well, if you've got max bounty, and remember, you're getting max bounty now as Rus all the time, because you've always got super duper good spawns. Well, not super good spawns, but rather your enemy can't really contest you when it comes to wolves. So you're always going to have really good bounties, which means your hunting cabins and your high trade houses are always going to be producing more gold. They're going to be on that max tier. Remember, when we look at the tier, there's 3 tiers. So that affects the high trade house as well. So now you've got that one, and you know, you can put a high trade house down right here, or I mean, I'm sure we can find a good spot for it, right? Like, you know, somewhere around here. So that's going to be pushing it up as well. And then on top of that, there's less gold coming in from relics now anyway. So can you achieve a 400 gold a minute? And even if you can, let's say you achieve a 400 gold a minute, then there's relics on top of that that you can just go pick up. Just go make a monastery yourself. Now, obviously, it's expensive making warrior monks. It's expensive, but at the same time, the high trade house is definitely something that's very, very bold. Now, you will hear that there are messages being sent if you listen carefully. You may have heard them just being sent then. They are messages between Diablo and the Viper. Probably Diablo asking, "Are you the real Viper?" And Viper saying, "No, just a fan." I guarantee you that that's what it is. I'm going to go check the Facebook stream and see if that's what it was. But we see Viper picking up a couple villagers here. I think Diablo is going to find out the hard way that it was indeed the real Viper. Now managing to force this away. Diablo thinking about going up to the castle age. Unfortunately, Macro a little bit off here. Plenty of gold stacked up. He has added in that second town center. It's working overtime now. Has dropped in the pit mine on top of it. Yeah, as we talked about earlier, the consequence of dropping in that pit mine is it's not going to be able to reach its full capacity. Viper now on the south side of the map. Adding in more units. We can see it's going to be a pretty heavy knight production here. He's going 3 stable knights. +1 ranged armor coming in. Looking to try and raid. Looking to try and find. I love the way that he's got the scout here grouped with the knight. Very smart to do. Relics making their way in. First relic. Not yet in. Still coming on the way in. Knight looking, looming, looking to try and find villagers. And look at the Viper. We can see his waypoints now. We know what he's looking at. We know what he's thinking about. And it looks like he's thinking about hitting this gold mine potentially. Hello. It's good luck to him. I mean, if he can kill... Yeah, I was going to say good luck to the guy. If he can kill villagers here, then, you know, he deserves to. But speaking of villagers, now on the south side, Viper going to be able to pick up the first one. Second one doesn't go down. Still a sheep over here as well. He could actually just kill this sheep. I've seen Rus players do this all the time. They just go in and kill the livestock and then back out. Now, speaking of livestock, I wonder, how much bounty does a cow give you? And can you send cows to your Rus teammate, and can they get bounty from it? Question. I really feel like Dwight then from The Office. Question. I have a question. He doesn't say I have a question. He just says question. Apparently, it gives 10 gold. Apparently, we're gonna need confirmation on that one. Maybe we can go in and test it. Maybe we can get like a Rus player and get them in the same game as a Malian player. But Viper getting repelled back. Donzo's holding on for the moment. Diablo under pressure. You can see the macro falling off a bit, but he is slowly and steadily getting more and more food. But still losing out on the villagers. No walls here, and Viper just going to be able to enter into that base and dish out that damage. And Viper looking pretty solid here, maxing out that bounty. 630. Just the new Rus is kind of insane when you think about it. Like Rus has just gone from S tier to S plus tier, in my opinion. Like it is by far the best civilization. I think before it used to be like Abbasid in S tier, Rus in the S tier as well, but now it's like Rus S plus tier, and then every other civ like maybe A tier. Farimba Garrison now going to be coming down for Diablo. He's got 19 villagers, looking to build that one up. He's going to need to pull out some magic here. Villager count at the moment, 38 versus 66. Viper just miles ahead, looking incredible in this game. This is obviously one of the many games he's played on the pup here, but one of the first that he's played as the Rus, so it's been quite a while, and now he's found the villagers seconds before disaster, and Viper looks to strike and take out villager on villager on villager. Oh, don't do it, Viper. Oh, I don't even want to cast this right now. This is, I mean, he's going to get it up. At least that's what I think. But at what cost? I mean, we could probably tell you what the cost. No, you can't do it now. You can't do it now. No, Diablo, you committed to getting the landmark up. You get the landmark up. It doesn't matter if you lose all the villagers. You have to. You have to get it up. Oh, you can't let him kill 14 villagers and then take the last 3 away. Like, oh, better save these 3 villagers over here. Landmark up now. Diablo is up to the 3rd age. 15-minute age up here. Not too bad for him. He's got a fair bit of resources in the bank. Let's see what direction he looks to go. It's going to be the hardened Donzo. So maybe going to be massing up massive amounts of Donzos. Relics being taken in slowly and steadily. See this warrior monk going to be coming in to pinch up the relic. Moss getting thrown down right next to it for Diablo. Viper gonna have to move around the edge. Look at the beautiful shift clicking that we've got in here. Has yet to shift click all the way through. Let's watch and see what he does. Sacred Site's being captured down the south side. Also, 3 relics in this bad boy. All 3 Sacred Sites are taken. Oh my god, look at this Sacred Site. How is this fair? I thought they fixed this. I guess they didn't. Look at this Warrior Scout. Warrior Scout. Take it back. Warrior Monk. So many warriors, so many monks, so many cavalry units. Relic still not picked up. Relic still not picked up. Viper. I mean, I just can't believe how good the Rus is now. Like, 660 bounty? Like, this isn't, as I said, this isn't even like a normal map. Or rather, sorry, this isn't even like a high bounty map. This is literally just Lipany. It's the same as every other map. Same as Dry Arabia, same as Altai, same as Ancient Spires. This is the exact same. Viper still yet to, or neither player actually yet to pick that one up. Now in the middle of the map, Donzo's going to be going down. Nice little push here from the Viper. 20 veteran spearmen for the moment. Knight's looking good as well. Viper demonstrating why the new Rus is just so damn good. Diablo got to be looking for a defense in this position, but I don't think he's going to have it here. Knight's drawing away those Donzos towards the front line. Archer's just able to pick them apart completely. We need to see those javelins, and it looks like he's going to be able to neutralize the Sacred Site, but at what cost? Diablo throwing away units upon units, and villager count just looking terrible. 33 versus 83. Viper, I mean, just finish him already. Finish him, Viper. And now Viper definitely looking to finish off his enemies. Just fighting up against Donzos, up against the Knights now. He doesn't care. He's reached that point. Wallolo in the wood line. Look at the fucking... Sorry for swearing, but look at the moves here from Diablo. He's very, very quick. He's like, no, sorry, Bob. That ain't happening, Falco. That ain't Falco. That ain't Falco. No, that ain't Falco. Sacred Site now getting recaptured, or rather neutralized down to the south, but that is the least of your worries, Diablo. You got more worries, and I gotta say, they are more than immortal. But up towards the north, look at the warrior monk. It's just hovering. He's gonna continue popping in here the entire time. More units coming through. Viper, 151 population, 156 population versus 46. I mean, why are we even in here? Viper, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been wonderful. But it looks like Diablo is gonna be facing an unfortunate and untimely defeat. Viper dropping a battering ram right down on the front side here. Doesn't even want to move the battering ram in. He's just going to do it with archers. There we go. Now getting in gear. And look at the units rallying out across the map. Just going with the classic composition, archer, knight. I would have loved to have seen Donzo, javelin archer, or javelin thrower coming out from Diablo, but it just wasn't meant to be today. Second Townsend are going to go down for him. Viper slowly but steadily increasing that economic lead. And now throwing down even more rams. There's no way Diablo comes back from this, and good game gets called. And the question must be asked. I mean, Viper, he's obviously in a league of his own, but at the same time, the Rus, was this the right change? Is this something that needs to be changed back? I feel like it might be. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.